So, before the video starts, let me explain the rules of the challenge. I can't use tools that aren't wooden, I can't use bows or crossbows, and I can't use beds to deal damage either.
The start of this challenge was pretty normal. I punched some trees, I made a crafting table, and I crafted some wooden tools. I then slaughtered some nearby cows and started travelling. I soon came across some gravel, which I mined for flint. Flint can be used for flint steel, which has multiple uses, like cooking animals alive, morbid, I know, and lighting a nether portal. A few minutes later, I ran across a cave that looked promising, so I jumped down. I grabbed every single piece of coal that I could find, as I needed to cook food later on. I then realised that going any further into the cave would be completely pointless, as all I have is wooden pickaxe, meaning I can't mine any ores. I then kept travelling for a few hundred blocks. I hoped to run into some cows or pigs I could kill for food, as my hunger bar was slowly draining away at this point. Along the way, I did run into another portal ruin. The issue is that in this run, I can't use any of the golden tools in the chest, so it's pretty pointless. After 15 minutes of travelling, I finally came across my first village. I killed the golem in this village using iron for a bucket and a shield. A few minutes later, I came across my second village. This one was a lot better than the first and even had some iron armor for me to steal. I decided I would make this village my home, setting up a base in the biggest house I could find. By this point, I thought it was time to start progressing in the game, so I dug to Y11, found a lava pool, and constructed a nether portal frame. Using that flint we gathered earlier, I lit the portal and travelled to the nether. After entering the nether, I quickly realised I can mine the golden ore with a wooden pickaxe, meaning I have a way of crafting armour. I used it to finish off my full set of armour before starting my search for a fortress. While searching for a fortress, I came across a warped forest biome. The warped forest biome only have one mob, Enderman. Enderman drop ender pearls, which I will need to beat the game, so I decided to stop off at this forest using this boat trick I learned to safely kill the Enderman. I then spent the next hour or so farming Enderman for ender pearls. Using this boat trick made killing Enderman very easy and safe, as I can't do much damage to them with only wooden weapons. After multiple hours of searching, I finally found a fortress. My hard work was immediately paid off with chests full of iron and diamonds. I located the nearest blaze spawner and started killing them with blaze rods. Unfortunately, blazes are a lot harder to kill when your best weapon is a glorified stick. Instead, I tried using snowballs as I heard they were pretty good for killing blazes. However, they did pretty much no damage whatsoever. During all this farming, I did die a few times, first from a ghast and second from a piglin while I was running back to get my stuff. I then gathered all the blaze rods I needed and went back to the overworld. Once back home, I started to prepare for the final battle. I made an enchanting table using some obsidian I got from a piglin and also crafted an anvil. Next, I started enchanting the swords and combining them until I had a sharpness 3 wooden sword. I also made myself some armour with the excess iron I found from the nether fortress. With all of this, it was time to make my secret weapon, strength potions. Normally, a wooden sword would do 4 damage, and my sharp 3 wooden sword would do 6. After drinking a strength potion, a wooden sword would do 10 damage, which is more than a netherite sword. The only drawback was that I couldn't increase the length of these potions as I couldn't gather redstone. Finally, I enchanted some diamond boots to fully complete my armour. With this, it was time to start searching for the stronghold.
And just like that, I did it. I beat the game using only wooden tools. This is the first video I've made in a really long time, so if there's any mistakes, I'm sorry. Also, if anyone has any ideas about future challenges I could do, leave it in the comments below. Finally, chances are you're not subscribed to my channel as I'm pretty small, so if you could just check, it'd be very PogChamp.